My name is Paul Mark, and I'm the owner of Transcend Coffee, and I have a bachelor's degree in sociology, and I also have a law degree from the University of Alberta. My day is actually pretty varied. I spend when I'm in Edmonton, I spend time in front of a computer, trying to tweak things and grow our online store and engage with social media, and then obviously I'm at the cafes just hanging out and connecting with our staff, and then when I'm sourcing coffee, I'm actually on an airplane flying and meeting with producers in countries where coffee grows. I think the most impactful thing, though, for me, in all honesty, was my first degree, my BA. It really set my path, I think, in terms of a perspective that was sort of a little bit focused on social justice. I had a great prof there, Minna Bolt, who was a professor of sociology, but focusing on Aboriginals, First Nations in Canada. And I learned a lot about the plight and the injustice there, and that really sort of informed me as I went forward. And so I think, yeah, I practiced law for a little while, left that, ended up in doing actually some consulting work for First Nations, one of my former clients. And then during that period of time, I had an opportunity with some free time to start to sort of think a little bit more about Transcend. And at that point in time, obviously I didn't know it was Transcend. It took me 8 months just to come up with a name, but I wanted to do coffee and I wanted to do something about community. And so that's really where I started, and that's really where Transcend was birthed, was this notion of community, a place, a gathering place where conversation would take place, and coffee is obviously a great thing to facilitate conversations. It has been historically. And then with a focus on quality, that really drove our path towards this idea of direct trade and so quality and the social justice component. Critical thinking is one of the most important aspects of being marketable, and especially if you want to be involved in your own business. One of the things that you're going to confront all the time is challenges and problems. My job over the last 7 years in running a business has been getting up every morning and facing something that I've never done before. With every step forward, every growth opportunity, every decision we made, I ended up doing something that I'd never done before. And in order to do that, you have to be willing, number one, to assume a bit of risk or a lot of risk, but you also have to have a tolerance for being confronted by things that you're not prepared for and knowing how to handle that. So I think sort of a liberal arts sort of perspective is great. Asking for help and asking for advice along the way is really important. I didn't do a lot of that. I think entrepreneurs tend to be risk takers and energetic, but they're also sort of independents, and they like to sort of think and do things on their own. And it's only in the last couple of years I've really learned that it's okay, and not just okay, I think it's important and critical that you ask for help along the way, because there's people that have gone before you. You're not, as much as you think, blazing a new trail. You're just doing what has been done a lot already, and maybe with a slight twist. So there's a lot of great advice out there, and people are often very willing and actually flattered to offer advice along the way.